with the jacked engine in a G&G donor gun, or not donor gun, but this gun died. It's got a CQB barrel setup. We're running 115 PSI on the regulator, and we're getting 350 FPS with 2.0s. Now, if I put a longer barrel on this, I'm going to lower my input pressure to get the same amount of FPS, but this gun is designed to go into the indoor if I want to go into the indoor, or just to shoot a lot of BBs. That's why the project name is called BB Hose. For outdoor use, I'm going to set it to run 2.8s, and that's what the hop is set right now. I just sighted in the red dot, and I got my target over there. Target to camera distance is about 50 yards. Sorry, 40 yards. Yeah, target to camera distance is 40 yards. And I got it pretty well sighted in. I'm happy with that. With the red dot, the hop up and everything. The hop up, it'll shoot a lot longer. I could probably shoot close to 80 yards, you know, but with 2.8s at 80 yards, I'm not really comfortable with that. I'd like to, if I was going to shoot that long consistently, I'd probably jump up to a heavyweight BB. But talk about this build. I still have parts coming. I am not happy with this setup, this macro line. Everybody is happy with it, but I'm really hard on products. So I've got a piece from Amped Airsoft that I bought directly from them. It'll screw actually into the engine. It'll be braided just like this piece right here, but it will replace this. So instead of having connection, and then connection, you know, 1, 2, 3 points, I'll have 1, 2. It'll replace this whole entire hose. I will not have this macro line. I'm very hard on. This is just my testing tuning rig. This is not what I play in. Sometimes I do when it's just impromptu. I run a 7.4 LiPo, the 250 little milliamp battery in the stock. This is all stock up here in the upper, except for the Red Bull Mad Bucking. And for magazines, I'm shooting the Valken flash mags, Infinity flash mags. They feed extremely well, other than having that rattle to them, which is really not, it doesn't allow you to use sneak butt. Well, let's shoot some BBs. Let's get after this. Semi-auto. Oh, let's wind it a little. That's semi-auto, man. Here's full. And that is sick. Now the gun is set to 30 BBs per second, and that's right about what these mags can hack without feeding. And I had to work really hard at getting the gearbox and a nozzle alignment to my barrel, making sure that's perfect so I get the best feed out of it. So shoot another burst. Again, this is a factory G&G barrel, nothing fancy. I think I might go get one of the micro-honed higher end barrels put in here, and that'll help my FPS, which will allow me to lower my operating pressure, which will give me more shots per tank. But I'm going to zoom the camera in and you can see some rounds fly down range. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do on this bad boy. And I think the mag's out. Yeah, there's just a little bit left in this mag. And there, the mag's dry. Let's go mag change. I don't have my dump pouch or anything like that on me, so mag change is a little sloppy and slow, but you'll get the gist. And when you wind these, You can hear it in the thing where it gets tight. Once it gets tight, let go. Now let's go for a mag dump. See how far I can get on this mag with the wind. Ready, and oops, missed speed. Oh, wonder if it's the mag. Yeah, it's the mag on this one. This mag, I shouldn't even used it. It's kind of my crappy one out of all of them. It's my oldest out of all of them. So let's try a little different one. Let's try a different one. Sorry about that. And that's one thing when you do these custom products or projects, you're gonna find all kinds of issues. All right, let's try this one. There we go. Holy cow, that's crazy. What's our air pressure at? The main tank. Woo-hoo. We're getting low on the main tank, that's why. Yeah, yeah, this mag's almost empty. So that was almost 450 rounds continuous, guys. That's it. Mag is empty. Holy crap. Let's zoom back out. Let's zoom back out. All right. So, yeah. When you run the tolerances, this thing, now I can play with the dwell setting and mess with it a little bit. And the more time I get with this project, probably the more I'll mess with it a little bit to improve my feed for rate. But I did a little bit of a trigger job to it with the factory trigger to help I might get an aftermarket trigger with some stops in it and stuff so I could make sure that it's just right there. So when I'm indoors, that's a lot of BBs. That is a lot of BBs. So let's just put it this way, guys. Let's see. See there. Okay. 1 BB left. That's all that was left in that magazine. This is completely full, 450. You saw me do a mag dump. Yeah, I've been shooting on this big tank for quite some time, testing and tuning. But yeah, this thing is getting there. I'm 100% happy with it. But if you're ever gonna do a Polarstar build, what I would highly recommend is be fairly comfortable taking your equipment apart and putting it back together. A Polarstar build, there's a lot of little things that aren't, the instructions are there and they're okay, but they leave a lot of gaps. And not hating on that, I deal with paintball and airsoft with the business. So that's why I picked the Polarstar Jack engine, because the theory behind the engine itself is very sound. It's based off good engineering and technology. And they redid the electronics, so they don't have, this is the newest version electronics in here, so you don't have to worry about the LiPo. You can shoot this LiPo battery all day, easily all day, and not worry about running out of juice on the shooting this. Like, I've been testing and tuning. I charged the battery once, tested and tuned it, went over to Underworld over at the coast, shot the gun all day over there, have not put the battery on the tuner, and then did some more, worked on this airline assembly some more on the same charge. Last night, or yet this morning, I put it on the charger to see where it was at, and it was minuscule. So I pulled the battery down with my smart charger and recharged it and got a good charge on the battery. So, but this weekend at the swamp, I'll be shooting this little shooter right here. Kind of happy with it. It's been a challenge, but I like a challenge. I like figuring out new things, and we have a lot of questions about Polarstars here at the field. So the best way for me to answer those questions is to build one, shoot one, understand it, right? Understand its capabilities, understand its drawbacks, understand its where people think they consider it unfair. You know, I've seen electric guns with high rates of fire also. So The only difference between that, I think you'd have to put a lot of money into it, but this gun's a lot of money. You know, look up online, look for a Polarstar jacked engine, look for the remote line 42-inch, the MRS regulator, and then your air tank anywhere ranges from 50 to, oh shoot, you could spend $200–300 on an air tank depending on size and PSI. And then the original donor gun that you put it all in, you know. So those are all things that you got to consider when you build a Polarstar. But like when you come to our field, a lot of other fields we're paintball driven and airsoft driven. So our business plan is put together with people getting air fills. So we add that into your registration fee. And our insurance, actually, if you bring your Polarstar setup and you bring a scuba tank to fill your tank in the field, please don't. We have fills at our field. Our insurance does not allow fill stations in the parking lot or anywhere. We have to manage those fill stations. And that's with our insurance. And any other field running our insurance should be the same way. It's pretty standardized. But, and it's a safe thing. We do 4,500 and 3,000 fills at our field, and you get that with your $25 entry. We also, for the electronic guys, we put a power strip out there so they can bring their chargers and recharge their batteries and have lots of battery time left over. But I'm gonna, instead of being long-winded about this, I really like this gun. It'll be fun to get out and play with it finally on my own field, but I am excited to shoot this. I'm gonna burn through that crappy mag. See what it does. I'm gonna shoot some semi-auto bursts since this one doesn't like to feed very well. All right, let's zoom that in. Do some semi-auto. See how fast I can get it semi-auto. All right, guys. Oh, this mag is just toast. Definitely a better trigger setup on this. I could get it firing real faster because there is quite a bit of trigger. This mag is just terrible. I think I'm gonna round file it. Yeah, this mag is terrible. About ready for the garbojo. Yeah, this mag is just garbage. Wow, that's just terrible. Yeah, this mag has seen better days, that's for sure. I'm gonna zoom back out. So yeah, if you have any questions regarding Polarstar or anything, please send us a PM or put them in the comments. Love to hear them. And by no means am I an expert. I went to no tech classes. This poor magazine, it's going away. I'll have to buy a new one. I'm not even gonna waste the BBs, guys. I'm gonna take this out so I don't forget. That is just terrible. There we go. Get all those BBs out of there. Junky magazine. But anyway, if you have any questions, put them in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. And if you like these videos, I know we haven't made a video in a while, but please subscribe and give us the thumbs up. And seriously, if you're interested in Polarstar builds, be patient, go slow, take your time, and really do your research. All right, guys, Shrek of the Swamp out. Have a good day. airsoft this Saturday, right before the Super Bowl. Come on, check it out. Bye-bye.